Hello everyone, welcome back to Knowledge Mining Platform. Now we are going to start our Lab 5, build and integrate a bot with the Search API. In order to start the lab, we need to complete the Lab 2 and have Visual Studio Code 2017 or later. In this lab, we are going to use a bot sample code and integrate it with our Search API created previously. First thing to do, we need to download the Bot Framework Emulator. You are going to find the links for the Framework Emulator in the description of the video. Currently, the latest version is the 4.10. Here are the assets, so select one of those, download and install locally in your computer. I already have it. If you don't have it, feel free to pause the video, install it, and then continue with the next part, which is also download or clone this repository. Once you download, once you have it locally, under the resources folder, there is the CodeBot. We are going to be working with the CodeBot, so we select it and open the Cognitive Search Bot. I already have it locally. Again, if you still don't have it, pause the video, download or clone this repository, and then open Cognitive Search Bot solution. Now I'm going to open the solution in Visual Studio. I already have it. First thing to do is rebuild my project to make sure everything is fine. So right click on the project, select rebuild, and everything succeeds. And now I'm going to modify the constants, service name, search service API, and the target index. My target index is the one we created in the second lab, the demo index, because it contains the URL for the blobs. The search service is Anna-search-service, and I need the key. Let me go back to the portal. I'm already in the service. Go to the keys under settings and get one of the admin keys. What to project, replace the value. Now I can save my file and start the bot. This bot starts the instance of the bot in a local host, and it's giving us the API messages endpoint, so the whole URL we need to send the request. And there are two ways we can test our bot. One is using the Bot Framework Emulator. This is what I'm going to use now. Here it is. Or using the test online, the web chat. This is what we are going to do next. That will be the whole URL. Now, then I'll go to the Bot Framework Emulator, open bot, and provide the URL. Localhost, port, API, messages. I'm working locally. Don't need to add anything else, just go to connect. Here in the right side, we can see if there are errors, or in this case, there is a pause and got the 200. I can start the conversation with my bot. Just send a hey. It's also greeting and telling me what can do. Perform a search, find moderated content, or help. I go to perform a search. And then I need to provide what I want to search. I want to search for Microsoft. And it's retrieving all the documents, whether JSON, image, PDF, that contains in the fields that are searchable, that contains Microsoft. I can go for another search. This time I want to search for Satya, and then all the documents that contain Satya. So now we can go and explore each one of our documents available based on the search we are sending. Can go, for example, to search for the help, and then it's telling me what can do. If I go and ask get a ticket, check, the answer will be I'm sorry, don't understand, and give me the options we have. So this is part of LUIS that is integrated within this bot. Alright, now I'm going to stop the solution and continue with the next step. For the next step, we are going to work with Ngirock in order to run our application and also create the bot channel. First of all, we need to access to the portal and download it. Well, in my case for Windows, this is going to download a .zip, so you need to extract and copy the exe file into the same path where you cloned your project. I already have it. Let me show you. I have the codebot. Here is the Ngirock already created. Already copied. After you copy the .exe within your path from the same solution, open PowerShell Windows as administrator. Make sure you open PowerShell Windows as administrator. Let me close this. So you open it as administrator and send the following command in the same path where you have your project. So actually, instead of opening it from there, what you can do is open PowerShell from the same path where you have your project. So I go to File, open Windows PowerShell, and open as administrator. I confirm and go back to PowerShell. From here, we are going to run the Ngirock command using HTTP and the port. HTTP and the port for this application is 3978 for our bot emulator. Hit enter, and now we can see we are online. We have 8 hours for the session, so now we open, or we are able to access to our bot locally. Okay, now back to the portal. What I'm going to create is a channel. So in the marketplace, search for bot channel registration. Click on create. And provide all the information. Starting with the bot handle, has to be a unique name. I will call it Anna-bot knowledge mining. The subscription we are going to use to create the resource. For the resource group, I will create a new one, the web app bot resource. Location, where we want to deploy our resource. Pricing tier, with the free tier is good enough for this exercise. And now the messaging endpoint is the URL, the HTTPS URL provided by the Ngirock. So I go back, get the HTTPS URL, copy and paste. But also, as part of the request we send to the bot, we need to finish with the API messages. This is the whole path to connect to the bot. Now we are not going to work with application insights, so I will leave it as off. And I'm ready to create my resource. Validation is succeed. I can go and check the deployment blade, check the progress. It's already finished to deploy the bot service, the channel. Now I'll go to the resource. Check. In the overview is giving me the essentials, the detail, and also to get started with the bot emulator. I will need the app ID and the app secret. So we'll close this blade, back to the deployment blade, come to the inputs. If we scroll down, we can check, here is the app ID and the app secret. Now in Visual Studio, there is the bot configuration bot. I need to open it. I'm going to work with this file, my bot configuration bot, and this time change the values for the app ID and the app password. These are the values we saw in the portal. So first I'll go for the app ID, and then for the app password, which is the app secret. There it is. Now I have both of them. I can save now this file and start again my bot from Visual Studio. So run the bot or press F5. While it is starting, I'll go to the portal, back to the overview, again to access to my resource. Well, it's already running. There it is. Now my bot is running. I'll go back to the portal. From the bot channels registration under bot management is test in web chat. I will select this option. Test in web chat. Okay, this is going to start the web chat similar as we saw within the bot emulator, the bot framework emulator. So from here we can also start working with the bot we created. Example, I send the hi, and now it's giving me the options I can do. Go again to perform a search. This time I want to search for CEO, and it's giving me the result, all the files that have this coincidence. I search for another term, same as locally, search for Microsoft, and also giving me all the files that have these coincidences. We are connected to our local bot, is still running from the bot channel created in Azure portal. With this, we finish our lab. Thank you very much for viewing. If you have the time, there is one last lab, an optional lab, recommended to follow it, to work with Power BI, to migrate, to bring our data to Power BI and create our reports.